Hey, are you researching whether or not to have back surgery? Do you have a lot of back pain and you're hoping to find some good stories about good outcomes from surgery? Well, I want to share my 2 week update with you. I am 44 now. I've been super active my whole life. I ended up having a broken back called spondylolisthesis. The vertebrae were slipped on each other. The disc is almost gone. The nerves were all crushed, and I was starting to have a lot of leg weakness and a lot of lower back pain. But I can say that 2 weeks after spinal fusion, it is pretty much all gone and it's amazing. So you can find down in the description my pre-surgery videos. You can find my 1 week update, but I wanted to do a 2 week update and then I'll probably do them every month or so after this one. But I just want to share hope with you because I know when I was researching back surgery and I knew I needed it, but I was afraid of all the bad outcomes. I want to share with you that that's not always the case, that even reading research, it shows 80 to 90% of people that get back surgery, all sorts of back surgeries, including fusions, are really, really, really happy they did it and they would choose to do it again. So I don't want to repeat everything I showed in the other videos. Again, you can catch those links down in the description about my first week and about pre-surgery. But this second week, I'm 2 weeks today, 2 weeks ago today, I had a 360 lumbar spinal fusion of my L5 and S1. That means that they first went in through my abdomen like a C-section scar, and then they went in, flipped me over and went in through the back. And they did that all in one 6-hour surgery. So this second week, I have stopped any pain medication I was taking. I was only taking a super ibuprofen and a Tylenol, but I stopped those a few days ago because I just wasn't having pain. I'm walking about 2 miles a day and feeling amazing, and I'm already noticing like my back feels solid and stable. It has not felt that way for years. My muscles have been having to be my spine, and muscles do a really bad job of being bones. So there would be so much muscle pain and tension and fatigue because they're trying to keep my spine stable all day long. And I'm a really active person. So that's gone. My back, my lower back, I feel like I can stand and walk forever because it just feels so secure with the hardware in there holding everything in place. And then all the leg weakness that I was having in my left leg is gone. It feels equal now when I go upstairs and it's not giving out under me anymore because the nerves aren't compressed anymore. Praise the Lord for that. I do have a little bit of new sciatica pain in my right leg that I've never had before. So I've felt occasionally a shooting pain go down my glute, all the way down my thigh, my calf, into my foot. But the doctor said just to keep icing that that's pretty normal when they go in there and they move so much stuff around that some inflammation can happen that can aggravate the nerve. So I'm just praying that that sciatica goes away. Oh, I've been driving almost every day. I have 2 teenagers that have places they need to go, and it's cleared by my surgeon. He cleared it after 5 days as long as I wasn't taking opioids, which I never was. So I've been driving almost every day, and that's going well. I'm just making sure that I only rotate my head to look for traffic, that I'm not rotating my body. And I have a camera in my car to go backwards, so that's super helpful. And I do have this weird bubbly feeling sensation on my abdomen incision underneath it. When I run my hand along underneath the incision, it's like I'm moving air bubbles or liquid bubbles or something. And I've contacted my surgeon's office about that. There's no pain, there's no infection, there's no warmth, there's no swelling. It's just like, I think some air bubbles from opening up my abdomen. When they closed me back up, I think some air bubbles got stuck in there. And from what I've been reading, those air bubbles will typically go away. So that's great. It's not causing me any issues. But now I'm in like this week, I've been in this weird limbo of I feel mostly normal and mostly great. And I'm coming from being an endurance athlete where I would go and run 10, 15, 20 miles, or I would go bike 100 miles. Like it's a different level of athleticism. Or I would go work on our hobby farm for 8 hours doing, yard work and property management and animal care. That's what I used to do. And then it got so bad, my symptoms, that I couldn't even walk across my living room without my leg falling out from under me. But now, since surgery, I'm feeling so strong and so stable, and my legs are working, and I feel great, and I just want to go out and do things. But I can't because I still am following all the restrictions from the surgeon of no bending, lifting, twisting, no sitting for too long, no walking for too long, no lying down for too long. So all of those things. But I'm being as active as my body is handling, and that's great. And I'm moving slower than I normally do. Um, but I'm still taking time to rest throughout the day. I'm taking time to ice still. And I have some weird bumps over I have two minimally invasive back incisions, and there's a couple weird bumps, and they're not hard. It doesn't feel like it's the screws are coming out or the hardware sticking out. And the doctor thinks it's probably just swelling around the hardware. So that's going to take a little bit of time. But it's kind of weird to look at my back, and it used to be flush and nice and smooth, and now it's got these little weird bumps under it. But that's okay. I will take that if it means that I can do the things that I love to do. And then there are some days where I just really feel fatigued, which is totally normal. It's not that I'm overdoing anything. It's just that our bodies, after we go through this massive of a surgery, they're doing a lot of healing on the cellular level that we don't see or feel, but it's happening. And we do feel it by being fatigued. So I'll lay down and rest for a little bit. And then during the night, I don't have to get up to take pain meds. I'm sleeping through the night pretty okay. My fancy watch tells me that it's non-restorative sleep, which isn't very encouraging. But it's just because I have to make sure that when I roll over in bed that I'm awake, so I'm not twisting myself in ways that I'm not supposed to. I have to be very aware of that. So, and then lastly, our dog. We have a 1.5-year-old German Shepherd, and she's super energetic, and she stayed with family for the first 2 weeks because I was concerned she's bolted up behind me and run into my legs and could knock me over. So I didn't want that happening right after surgery. And now I'm just being really cautious with her here and making sure that that doesn't happen. But I feel more stable now than I did my first few days back from surgery. So again, just to say a reminder again, is that I avoided this surgery for 8 years when I knew that I actually needed it, and all 4 surgeons I consulted with told me that this was the answer to my problems. But I filled myself with so many stories of fearful things that could happen that I delayed the surgery for a really long time. So I am so happy I've gotten it done. And I want you to know that not all the stories are bad, and I feel really bad for the stories that are really bad, but just know that most spine surgeries do have a good outcome. And surgeons do them again and again and again, and they just have great, great, great outcomes. So be encouraged by that. Be sure to check out the videos down below in the description. There's one that I include all of the items I have around my home for a good recovery. Things that I suggest having that were helpful, have been helpful, and are helpful to me. And then there's a video about the whole story of all the details of what was wrong with my back and how it happened and why I finally chose surgery. So feel free to comment down below with any questions you have, maybe your story. I would love to connect and encourage you wherever you are in your story with back pain, because I've lived with it forever and ever and ever, and it's really tiring and crummy. So know that you're not alone, and that there is hope, and that surgery just might actually be the right answer. But I'm not a doctor, and I'm not telling you to go get surgery because I don't know your situation. But just be encouraged and inspired that there may be an answer to help you with where you are. And yeah, that's it. This is a super quick 2-week update. And I just wanted to share that bit of encouragement for you. Till next time.